This latest lawsuit against Shannon Sharpe does seem a little bit opportunistic, but to be fair, she does have a case.
I can't say anymore. I'm probably already in trouble for mentioning it to well, we call you normies.
Most of you, if you've been on social media for any length of time, you remember this viral moment from a man named Usher Raymond. Now, we all know Usher Raymond he is a very popular and I would say legendary R&B singer. And he has or had a residency in Las Vegas where he would do shows. And during these shows, which he did or used to do pretty regularly, is he used to use these, he would get some cherries. And during the show, he would go out into the crowd and he would, confront a group of women or a woman. And he would dangle these cherries in front of the woman. And I believe these cherries were symbolizing a particular part of a man's anatomy, or at least that's what I thought he was doing. And he would dangle them in front of the women to see what they would do with them. And this woman right here did something that was very interesting and spectacular, dare I say, with these cherries. And almost to think that, maybe she has a set of skills in real life that she would do with something that's not some cherries. But in any case, a lot of people talked about this viral moment, to include Shannon Sharpe and Ocho Cinco. Now, where Chad Ochocinco and Shannon Sharpe messed up was they insinuated or assumed that this woman was, married or had a man in her life, which she did not. And she actually said this on multiple occasions, to include what I found here on Jasmine Brand on X. She denied being married because a lot of people said that she had a man. She did not. All right. It was a lot of assumptions going around because how she was doing. I don't know where the assumption came from, but it was what it was. All right. And because of this assumption that Ocho Cinco and Shannon Sharpe mainly verbalized on their podcast, now we have a lawsuit going on. And this is from The Sun. Emotional distress. Shannon Sharpe sued for $20 million after ESPN star shamed woman over a flirty vid with Usher and wrongly said her husband left her.
Enemy spotted.
Now, with the departure of Shannon Sharpe from ESPN, with the payout of the lawsuit, with the impending lawsuit from this woman, Michelle Evans, this right here is not a good look. But there's actually more to it, because the word is now that Shannon and his team are in talks with this woman to pay her off. All right, $20 million. I mean, again, the one girl, she, Jane Doe, she asked for 50. Allegedly, she got 23, 25. This woman asked for 20. She might get 5 or maybe 10. We'll see. Anyway, let's get to the article. And then I got a Breakfast Club clip, which I'll show you, that talks about the negotiations that's going on currently. So let's get into the article. Shannon Sharpe is being sued for $20 million after the former ESPN star shamed a woman over a viral flirty video with Usher and wrongly alleged her husband left her over the viral incident. In court documents exclusively obtained by the U.S. Sun, the woman Jamilta Tillman is suing Sharpe, as well as his nightcap co-host Chad Ochocinco and the podcast production team Shay Media.
Yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch.
Man, wow. So he basically collectively suing all of them. And again, a lot of people now. Again, this is what makes me feel like it's opportunistic, even though it really wasn't. This has been going on in the background for a while, actually. But because all these dominoes are falling at the same time, and now you got this one, it does seem like it's coming at a pretty opportunistic time. But in actuality, it's really not. And I'll show you why here in a second. Now, again, y'all remember this meme, or I'm sorry, this viral moment where she was all up on Usher and he was staring in her eyes, and, there was probably a puddle on the floor right up under her while she was doing all this. But I mean, hey, I guess she was single doing it, so it's all good. The woman claims the host knowingly propagated a false narrative about her marital status in court papers. Sharpe, 57, just settled a $50 million lawsuit with a woman who accused him of blank, and he was officially let go of his job from ESPN on Wednesday. In Tillman's complaint, she explained, on April 2nd, 2025, I participated in a fan engagement moment at a Usher Raymond concert where I interacted with the artist as a selected audience member. The interaction quickly went viral after fans noticed the intensity between Tillman and Usher in the fun moment.
Yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch.
I mean, intensity is kind of putting it lightly, to be honest with you, because that video, wow, it went mega viral. Following this event, the defendants made a disseminated and false defamatory statements suggesting that I was married, that my husband was filing for divorce due to my participation in the audience experience. I am not married, nor am I currently going through a divorce. She went on to explain, I was not married at the time of the fan participation event moment during the Usher concert. The defendants' false narratives were shared widely across their platforms, reaching millions of followers, viral spread, and refutation efforts. Despite my clear and public reputation of the false narrative. The woman, who is a global director for I'm dyslexic today. Harold Washington Cultural Center, said she even went on national media shows to refute the allegations from the ESPN First Take star that she was a married woman. Now, that's the clip I showed you earlier. I didn't play it, but in the caption you see that she says she denies being married. And apparently she did that on several occasions on several media outlets to make sure everybody knew that she wasn't a bad person. But Nightcap, Ocho Cinco, and Shannon Sharpe continued to push this narrative, I guess, and now you see this. For just $5 a month, please consider becoming a member of Welcome to Normanville. There you will find access to members-only videos and members-only live streams, as well as a host of other perks. Thank you for your consideration. Back to the video. Despite that, she alleged, the defendants continue to post the defamatory content across their social media platforms. Quote, I made numerous efforts to contact the defendants to request the removal of this false narrative, but the requests were disregarded. The single mother added that the false statements have caused significant harm to my character and reputation. She further argued their continued dissemination of these false statements after I publicly clarified my marital status demonstrates a reckless disregard for the truth. So allegedly, she has contacted Sharpe and his team on several occasions to take down this content because the narrative in the content was false. Now, I don't know. I believe they're going to explain here. Did they take it down immediately or later? I don't know. But yeah, apparently they did in a timely manner, and now she's going for the bread. Tillman further alleged the ongoing misinformation has resulted in emotional distress for the plaintiff, damaged her reputation, and adversely affected her personal and professional relationships. The Chicago native, who previously homeschooled daughter received her doctorate while still as a teenager, is seeking $20 million in damages. The Sun has reached out to Sharpe's attorney for comment. In the conversation with U.S. Sun, Tillman added, we've been in communication with the legal team of Shay Shay Media, who is also representing Shannon Sharpe. Quote, we're looking to resolve this matter quickly, and we will probably have more to share upon our next conversation. Oh boy. And all this other stuff is talking about the impending lawsuit with Michelle Evans, his firing from ESPN, and all that jazz, which most of you already know, so I won't go back over that. All right. So this is the article. I'll leave a link to it in the description box. This is the woman, Miss Tillman. Okay. And yeah, there you have it with that. He said that she was married when all this happened. It wasn't. Now the viral moment is what it was. But the problem here is that, again, he said she was married and she wasn't. And that painted her as a bad person and ruined some relationships and messed with her business as well. So with that being said, here's a clip from the Breakfast Club. I'll leave a link to this in the description box as well. And they're also talking about the lawsuit, and the media personality on here is going to talk about the possible lawsuit being ended soon because they're in talks to settle this, and probably sooner than later. So this is on YouTube. I'll put a thumbnail across the top because Breakfast Club like to give copyright claims. So before we get into the audio, fair use.
I have one more thing that is extremely important.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I just talked to Miss Tillman, who is the woman who filed the lawsuit against Shannon Sharpe and Chad Johnson.
That's who you're talking on the phone with?
Yes.
Yo, I just want to tell you before you get into that, she was like, yo, I'm so sorry, but just know that the Breakfast Club is on early. I don't mean to be calling you this early. And I know in Chicago it's an hour early. You was going.
There was that very professional.
Yes.
Very professional.
Now listen, so I told you guys that I couldn't find the clip originally. I now have the clip of what was said. Let's take a listen to that.
Seduce her and kiss her
that.
on stage. Hold on.
I saw that.
Husband claimed she never kissed him in public and was shocked she would kiss a complete stranger in front of 20,000 people.
Now that is the clip from
That's the clip?
Yeah, but let me tell you, because this quote that they're reading from the husband is not a real quote because she doesn't have a husband. So she said that they took that right there, and it because this clip, right? She says that she has like a homeschool program. She's like the top homeschooler in the country. She was on a Zoom. Some of the men from the people that she works with came on a Zoom and said they were upset at her because her story is that she's a single mom and she had to do a lot by herself, including homeschool her child, right? The men came on and said, well, why are you hiding your husband and emasculating him and not giving him credit for helping you raise your child?
So you see what's going on here, right? The false narrative, or let's be honest, the lie that she was married, whether Shannon Sharpe them knew it at the time that they reacted to the content or not, has caused her to be looked down upon by her peers and by her, workmates, that she's a bad person for, doing some man wrong. When that's not true. She was a single woman. She had a fan interaction with Usher, and it was her right because she was single, so she could do whatever she wanted.
We heard Shannon Sharpe say blah, 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 blah about your husband because of the Usher concert. And that's how she even knew that it was happening. She reached out to them. She gave them ample time, according to Ms. Tillman, to remove things and to publicly apologize. She says that they pulled it down off of where you could view it on YouTube and other platforms, but not from Apple. As of yesterday, she claims that it was still on Apple. We went and checked today. It's not on Apple anymore. But she wanted to make it clear that this is not like a shakedown attempt or anything like that. She gave them time. She wanted things removed. Once communication kind of faded out and they weren't responding to her, she then filed the lawsuit. And they are in conversation for a settlement, but she says that she even plans to use this as an example when she goes and speaks to Congress not too long from now, because it's more about journalistic integrity and the fact that people can take anything and do anything.
Oh, she asked them to take it down and they ain't take it down.
They removed it. So they removed it from some platforms, but it wasn't removed, she says, from Apple. And she sent me a...
So to be fair, he took it down from the other platforms, I guess, i.e., Instagram, X, YouTube, because I looked on YouTube to see if I could find a clip to use it in my video, but it's not there anymore. So maybe he forgot, maybe he just blew her off because he thought it was off all the platforms and he didn't check back to see. But anyway, in any case, it has blown up in his face, so to speak.
Screenshot of it being still up on their Apple platform at one point. But as of today, we went and looked today, it's not there. But she is alleging that it was still there, and that's what made her say, you know what, I'm going to file the lawsuit because I've asked for these things to happen and they haven't. So yes, that's the update.
Okay.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Enemy spotted.
So again, I don't know how much she's gonna get, but like the lady said here on Breakfast Club, they are in talks to get this straight. I'm pretty sure that he's gonna pay this woman, like I said, at least 5 and not 10 million. And so that's another chunk out of his pocket, out of his finances. By the way, Michelle Evans is still in talks to start her lawsuit, so his troubles is not over. All right. And with that being said, thank you for taking another episode of Welcome to Normieville. You know me, I'm Justin Normie, here to bring you the latest and greatest in sports and entertainment. Let me know what you think about this lawsuit by Shannon Sharpe for defamation, basically, down in the comment section. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the notification bell, and we're out of the door, and I will see you on the next video.